Well, hey guys, welcome back once again to Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango W3CT, your good old friend Jack. Out here once again at US 1409, and I just get done talking to my friend Bill, who is now packing up his station, and I'm just sitting directly across the road from him, but I am getting ready to set up my station. Now today we want to talk about, I'm sure the title gives it away, is an inexpensive way to get on the air. Do you have to buy commercial grade antennas to get on ham radio and use your radio and have enjoyment? I don't think so. Let's talk about it right after this. Alright guys, so obviously not. You've watched this channel enough, and you've watched my friend Walt's channel enough there to know that you can build your own antennas with speaker wire. Now, a lot of Walt's channel involves using commercial grade ununs and balance, as well as I have some of those. It makes it really easy to do the task of getting up an antenna. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was putting your own antenna system up, and this is one I purchased, so we're going to put it up today. I'm going to try to activate here at the park, but we're going to put it up very inexpensively. Now, you guys know I have a DX Commander. I think it's a 10-meter mast, and I paid some money for it. Here it is right here. I'll show you the link, or I'll show you a picture here and show you the price of it. And these things are going up all the time, and you can buy many different masts. I mean, Soda Beams sell mast, I know. There's another gentleman making masks now, and he's selling them. So, and they're hard to get. He sells them on Etsy, and they're always sold out. So what I wanted to do was show you an inexpensive method for buying a mast. And I took this on vacation last year. You might have seen it. I used it in the Outer Banks, and it works well. It's very lightweight, but most of all, it's very inexpensive. Okay, and hopefully what I'm setting up here today is going to work. But we're going to take a look at the equipment right now. Okay, all right. So what I'm talking about here is the Gotar, okay? This is nothing more than, they call these a crappie pole or a fishing pole. It's a 630 made in China, okay? It's very lightweight, it's very inexpensive, and it's about maybe 20 feet, I guess. We'll look at it, but I didn't really measure it. I'll get a measurement and I'll put it up right here. Let me see. Let me do this. I'll put it like right about there. I'll put the measurement. I'll measure this thing with the tape measure. Okay. Anyway, next up, we have the PVC pipe that I made before that I was using for my DX Commander. I now choose to do it a different way. You've seen that new mount that I'm using now, but that should work to hold this thing up. Okay. Next, we have some very inexpensive coax. I'll put a link in this description down below. In the description, I bought this from Amazon. It's very cheap. It works very well. I did put a ferrite core in there as a choke. Okay. And then we have my 9-to-1 homemade. This is a unun. Okay. 9-to-1. Okay. And I'm running that through this very inexpensive, cheap wire. And all I had to do really, I bought a couple Anderson Pyre poles I used. You don't have to use those. You can solder it right to the unun itself. And I put it on this winder, which a friend of mine actually 3D printed that for me. So, okay. So what I'm going to do here is set the cameras up. See what I can do here with this. Let's see here. Make sure I can see myself. Okay. So I did manage to bring the GoPro camera up. So I'm going to set another camera up here, stretch the wire out, and put it up. It's going to be a very inexpensive setup. I am using the G90. Okay, that's a bit of an expense, Jack. I get it. You have to have a radio. But I'm totally talking about antenna systems. And can you put an antenna up? Now, this antenna here cost me, I think a total for this antenna was maybe $10. Okay, that's all it cost to actually build this thing, 10 bucks. So you don't need a commercial grade antenna to come out and do POTAs. You don't need a commercial antenna to do ham radio work from your house. Okay. There's a very inexpensive way to do it if we're willing to go ahead and put the time in and watch videos like this one right here, this video, to help you out. All right, let me set my other camera here, and I'll start getting my antenna set up so I can get underway with my POTA activation here today. And once again, I'm at US 1409. Okay, I'm starting to call this Bill's Park. So Bill, if you're watching, it's your park. I told him that a little bit ago. All right, let me get started, guys. All right, let's get this other camera out this way so you can see the setup. I don't know how long. That wire is 58 feet of random wire. So we'll go to about here. If I gotta move the camera back, I could definitely do that. All right, so let me get this wire strung out here. And again, you're going to notice that this antenna is not very high, okay? I'm thinking about doing a video on the height of antennas because when I first started, I thought, well, my antenna has to be very, very high, right? Like way high. Like, because what's the rule for an antenna? Anybody know? The rule for an antenna is to go a quarter wave of the bandwidth that you want to operate. So you should be 1/4 wave in height. And yeah, that's just a general rule, right? So okay. There's more wire here than actually what I thought. I mean, there's 58 feet. I know that because I cut it. But again, you guys, $9 antenna. Okay, so antennas don't have to be expensive. Do I have commercial grade antennas? Yeah, I do. I've been doing this for almost, what, well, 2 years now maybe. I've been back into ham radio. All right, so this I'm just going to leave at the table here. Okay. Taking my mast or my stand here. Let's pull this wire out. Just pull this thing out here. Looks like I have to go further than what I'm thinking. Let's keep going back here. Back some more. We'll get right about there. It's my camera, buddy. I got to follow it around. All right. So all I'm going to do now is mount this pipe here with a couple tent stakes. Hopefully the ground is not too hard over here. No, it seems pretty good. Let's move this back. Tell you what, let's give you a view of this. Tilt this thing down a little bit here. You would think by now I'd start bringing a hammer with me. It's going to have to be tight enough, I hope. There goes the wet knees. Well, it's going to be like every time you go to do a POTA, you get really dirty. All right. Let's see here. All right, there we go. There we are. Now she's tight. Okay. So, see if I got a good view of that for you. Yeah, I do. Okay. Let's go over here and retrieve my fishing rod. That's all this thing is. I bought it on Amazon. Links for all this stuff will be in the description below. You guys will be able to see it. Make sure the mic's still picking up. The mic's been giving me a bit of a pain here lately. So I am doing 2 different recordings right now at the same time. Okay. Again, I also used this mast in Puerto Rico. So I was able to take this little thing here. See that? I'll have a link for it down below. It's a Red Fox. I don't even know what they cost nowadays. but it was really, really inexpensive. All right. Now, the top part of this is really not great, as being it's not really thick, but for hanging a wire, it's usable. And I hope this, I thought about this on the way out here to the park today, so I hope everything works out okay for me. But it works just like every other mast that you would buy. You just pull it out, give it a little twist. Give it a little, okay. There you go. Well, it just dawned on me that I don't have the wire in there yet, so maybe, just maybe, I should first put the wire in, then put it up. Probably make more sense. Okay. So just stick it down in there, okay? All right. Let's get the top of this now. All I'm going to do here, I'm using the little part here, okay? A little insulator. Slide over the top. And then I'll just put the mast up. Yeah, I really like these fishing poles because I put it in my checked baggage when I went to Puerto Rico. And it was fine. Okay. It looks like it's going to hold it okay. I mean, so far, I'm not putting any pressure on it, but look up there. That's where she's at. So again, it's not very high. Now, I'm going to leave this camera here because I think if I pull this and that falls over, it's going to be, you know, one of those bloopers moments, right? All right, let's go back here and pull this out a little bit to the table. Hopefully I left enough to at least get it off the ground. Looks like I did. So that's good. All right. Hopefully we don't have a blooper moment here. Well, let's see here, Jack. What can we do with this thing? Let's do this. What I'm going to do here, see that branch right there? We're going to go up in that branch. So I'll get up on the table, okay? And we'll go up in this branch right here. Just pull it down from it. I just wanted to get it up a little higher. Okay, there we go. Just like so. Then I could just leave this part sitting down here on the table. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay. There we are. Okay. All right. Then again, I got my coax with the built-in choke. Again, you guys, this coax is nothing to write home about. Okay, it's not the greatest in the world. Again, there'll be a link down below in case you want to buy it. You don't have to use my links by any means, but what I do with this is I normally choke it at the radio. So I'll take this over to the radio, use the non-choked end on the antenna, because then I believe if the coax is going to be used for any part of the antenna, then, you know, I mean, it's a random wire, right? A random wire antenna. All right, that's it. Didn't take long to set up, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to set the radio up. I'm not going to show you that part. I just wanted to show you, introduce you to the antenna, and it is cheap to set up an antenna. You see my they call it a squid pole, I think. I call it a crappy pole. That's what's way out there now with the other camera sitting over there, see? All right, guys. So I'm going to get to setting up here and POTA in. I'll come back in at the end of this to shut this out to let you know how the antenna did and to give you some honest feedback. I like random wires even more than my commercial antennas, because my commercial antennas, every time I go to switch bands, I have to retune the antenna. With this, with the G90, you just hit the tune button and you're back up. Okay, you're tuned. So hopefully it works and I can activate this morning. I don't even know what direction I just hung this antenna in, to be honest with you. I didn't do a compass reading like I normally did. But there you have it. So, but I will come back in to end this video after the activation. All right. and I'll talk to you then.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, if I had to prove anything to you guys for sure, the antenna did a fantastic job. And like I said, I believe everything on here pretty much is from Amazon. So I'll put all the links in the description below, including the fishing pole or the crappie pole or the squid pole, whatever you want to call it. And again, I put the measurements before, so I showed you the measurements. So I ended up making 20 QSOs in 47 minutes. I actually activated probably within the first, we'll go 20 minutes, which is fair enough. I want to show you the map here. I'm also going to show you, before I show you the map from the activation, right here is a screenshot of the reverse beacon network where I was hitting, because I called a lot of CQ. So this is going to show you where this antenna was radiating out to. And I can tell you that, surprising even to me, I was talking into the state of Washington on 20 meters and the state of Utah from Pennsylvania. So that's a pretty good clip. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you if you can see this. Here's the map of where we're hitting. So you can see Washington and Utah, okay? And then pretty much, over this way, like I always am, pretty much anything from the Mississippi line east, okay, is where I was kind of rolling into those. So, but yeah, it just goes to show you that, very simply put, I mean, again, I'm the guy that likes to put antennas up, build my own antennas, and I show that, yeah, the radio, you have to buy a radio, something to transmit and receive with. But as far as antennas go, guys, you don't have to spend a ton of money on commercial grade antennas. Even for the house, like I said, there's a lot of ways you can put up antennas at home, and I'm going to investigate some of those to show you that there's inexpensive ways to put antennas up. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Now, if you buy like a My antenna, which I just have a buddy that bought a My antenna, he's been emailing me back and forth, the quality is really, really good. And some of these other antennas I've seen, even from Gozizu, okay, I've seen they have an outdoor antenna that's really high quality. I'm supposed to get one of those in an 80-meter wire to test out to see how it works for me. But anyway, again, you don't have to spend a lot of money on your antenna system. Antennas will radiate, and I'm going to be looking at some other ideas I have for antennas. You heard the jet? So if you're ever working me on CW and I send a question mark, that's probably why right there. Letting it pass overhead. The Pittsburgh International Airport is not far from me here, and they got takeoffs and landings naturally all day long. Alright guys, but thanks for watching this video. If you like this video and this content, hit the subscribe button. I think a lot of people don't subscribe because you're not registered on YouTube. You're watching as a guest. I think that's what's going on here. So sign up for an account. When you do that, you can subscribe to your favorite YouTubers. It doesn't cost you anything. But then when you open YouTube, you can clearly see that, hey, somebody posted a new video, instead of searching for us all the time. So set up a membership on YouTube. That's also free. You don't have to pay anything for it. And subscribe, and then that way you'll be able to catch all the videos as they are released. You'll get notified that they're released if you hit the bell notification. But guys, again, hit the subscribe button. Give it a big thumbs up. Guys, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing, all the subscribers. I appreciate that, like every one of the YouTubers out there that you can talk to today. We do like subscriptions. It's just a great way to tell us that, we're reaching an audience out there and you guys are watching. So guys, take care. Build your own antennas. Try them out. Experiment. It's a lot of fun, especially when you build something you don't know if it's going to work. That's what I was telling Bill earlier. I said, I just throw it up in a tree and see if it works. If it doesn't, scrap it and build another one. That's why it's so much fun. Guys, take care, everybody, and I will talk to you next time. This is Whiskey 3 Charlie Tango, W3CT, your good old friend Jack, with my Ham Radio Journey 73s. Hope to catch all of you on the airways. Bye for now, guys.